Okay guys, I hope you can hear me okay. It's very windy at the side of the road. I'm just heading over to the Isle of Sheppey in the southeast of England. And Jesus, I didn't realise how big this bridge was over the water. And it's really windy. There's a storm coming through, so it's mega windy. I've just seen this massive bridge looming in the distance. Jesus, it's going to be windy over this. Okay guys, here we go. We're going for the bridge across to the Isle of Sheppey. I'm not going to lie, I'm actually a little bit scared. It is effing windy, but let's go for it. I hope you can hear, I wasn't expecting it to be this big, this bridge. We're going high up. I'm going to have to concentrate. That is high, man. Come on, Speedy. Stay with me on this one. Okay, we got a little bit of a barrier, looks good. Should break the wind, hopefully. Whoa. Okay, it's pretty buffety. I'm managing okay so far. Wow, this is intense. All good. Woo! Yeah, baby! Yeah. Isle of Sheppey, here we are. Look at this. Right. Oh my god, it is windy over here. I'm literally leaning in. Oh, it is proper windy. I'm having to properly lean into the wind. You want to know what you're doing coming over there? That's intense. Whoo! Deep breath. Wow. I don't know if you could make that out on camera or the microphone, but wow, that was very windy. Hi guys, and welcome to a very windy day, and we're on the Isle of Sheppey, southeast of England. We're going to have a day of just mindfulness and motorbiking. I rode over yesterday, stayed here last night actually in a hotel, came over this incredible, I didn't realise, massive bridge like the ones you get in Norway through the fjords and stuff, but it was so windy, like it was actually a little bit dangerous, so it sort of snapped me out of my mindfulness a little bit. But we're over here now, just gonna go, we're right down in the far tip of the Isle of Sheppey now, but I'm gonna ride all the way from the far east, southeast tip, all the way up to the northeast tip of the Isle of Sheppey. We're just gonna do some exploring and chat over some mindfulness whilst riding your motorbike. So before we head off on our mindfulness trip, I'm just going to give you a bit of perspective of where we are. Here's Speedy, my Triumph Speedmaster, and now if we walk up this hill, this little bank here, boff. Probably quite windy on the camera with the microphone, but yeah. Woo! Yeah, buddy! We're right on the end of the island, ready to start the day's relaxing mindfulness trip. So we're heading all the way up to the northwest, the Isle of Sheppey in Sheerness, and we'll just go over some mindfulness practice techniques that I use to make me feel better when I'm riding my motorbike, and it makes you happier, which is well known, but it also, riding a motorbike, I think, such a good point. I hope these people don't get blown away. Morning. When you're riding your motorbike, it makes you so much safer as well. There's so many opportunities to be mindful on a motorbike. I can't even squeeze them all into one video, but we're just going to go lightly over some of the topics of how you can be mindful. Full disclosure, before we start off, I'm feeling a little bit rough, to be honest. I went to see some friends over the weekend, but that was 3 days ago. But I'm still feeling a bit rough, so I need a bit of a yeah, a bit of mindfulness session and a bit of a blowout, and the Isle of Sheppey is letting me know it at the moment. It is windy. So if we get into what is mindfulness to start off with, mindfulness, there's a few different definitions, but basically it's just being completely aware as you can of your surrounding and what you're doing, and being in the moment, the present moment, as much as possible. And by doing that, you're not thinking in your head, you're coming out of your head and you're just seeing what's in front of you and what's going on around you, rather than whether it be bad thoughts or even good thoughts in your head. You're not really doing any of that. You're just being right there in the moment, that's really reality. If you think about it, what's going on right now, that is all that's happening. There's nothing else that's happening. Everything in your head, whether it be thinking of the past or the future, that's been and gone, or it may not even happen. This is the only thing that's going on at the moment, is right now. That was a bit of a heavy one for me to get through there, to talk through that. Right, so we're just coming into a little village not far from the end of where I started, but feeling a bit rough. I need a coffee before we get into this. I've picked a tough day to go for to really go deep into mindfulness, but we're pursuing it for mental health. Just got to push on. Feeling a little bit ropey. Hopefully there's a coffee at the end of this this little street. And it doesn't look like it at all. It is dead. Tell you what, the Isle of Sheppey in winter, it's not a busy place. Not a busy place at all. No coffees here. So before we stop for hopefully a coffee somewhere, if they do them on the Isle of Sheppey, I assume they do. That's a beautiful island. This was coming over yesterday. The sun was like setting. It's just stunning scenery and roads. A really nice place. But back onto the mindful topic. I mean, it's tricky to know where to start, but I do meditation every morning. I do 20 minutes of actual mindfulness meditation, just focusing on your breath and various other things, and your sort of your body, and just feeling and trying to be in the moment. And then you can do that on a motorbike, so that's pretty hard to do by yourself. It takes a lot of practice, and I'm still definitely practicing at that. I'm no expert. But when you jump on the motorbike, I bet you probably even do it without even realizing. Like, you're just concentrating, if you're concentrating on safety aspects. Like today, it's a damp road, so I'm really keeping an eye, as best I can, keeping an eye on the condition of the road, slippy spots. It's a really quiet day. There's not much going on, so that sort of lulls you into a sense of just cruising along and not paying much attention. But before you know it, someone pulls out of a parking space or opens their door. So there's always things you need to pay attention to. On top of that, I'm on the bike. It's a little bit chilly. I'm not uncomfortable, but it's quite cold, and it's really windy. So immediately, just being on the bike and it being this windy, it completely brung me out of my head. And if it can bring me out of my head in this condition, then it gotta be good for some other people. And also, I've just spotted there's a police car behind us. That's another thing to think about. Ride safely. I think I want to go down here. We're on the search for a coffee. I haven't even gone a mile yet. There's just so much to be aware of whilst riding around. Bar and diner in there. That could be good. There's a lot of holiday camper static caravans. It's like all it seems to be. I'm amazed. And then most of them are empty now because it's winter. Really interesting place, the Isle of Sheppey. Bit of live entertainment. Oh, maybe they have coffee here. Let's go and ask in here if they've got a cafe. Hello. Is there a cafe around for coffee?
Coffee?
Yeah.
That next something.
This way.
No, next something.
Thank you. Bye bye. Have a good day. Coffee 2 shops up. We're getting there. Sorry guys, this mindfulness it's not going so well so far. Alright guys, so this is don't know how the mindfulness session is going here. So going to pot. I'm still looking for a coffee, and there are some stunning places on this island. There must be, from what I saw yesterday coming over. It just looked gorgeous, but today I'm just sort of not finding them. It's all pretty quiet and barren at the moment, but you know, not everywhere can be amazing. Maybe there aren't. But we're going to find a coffee and have a little bit more of a chat about, attempt to have a little bit more of a chat about mindfulness over a coffee. It seems like a very sort of friendly community. I mean, I haven't actually spoken to anyone, so, but I'm sure they are. I mean, it seems very quiet, but everyone you ride past seems to have a nice, you know, nice smile, and everyone seems normal. I don't see why they wouldn't be normal, sorry. Yeah, I mean, it seems really nice. Apparently there's coffee along here somewhere. Everywhere's closed. Oh, taste buds. Yes, that's what we're after. Boom. Sheppey delivers. Couldn't ask for anything better. A van, coffee and a burger. How's this for a scenic spot on the Isle of Sheppey? Taste buds, class. Got a bacon bab and a coffee. It's actually getting quite warm now. But the beautiful thing, if we come on to a little bit of mindfulness now, the beautiful thing about it is you can do it anywhere, literally anywhere, as long as you're conscious. You can do it. Try and find a really nice spot and just go over maybe some tips of how you can sort of try it whilst riding, and just practice it. There's no pressure, just give it a go, and show you a few techniques along the way. Okay guys, so what I like to do, just as I'm going along, is I initially jump on the bike. Obviously the overall sensual experience when you turn the bike on. So you get the exhaust note, you get any vibrations you get on the bike. Obviously if you've got a big V-twin, then you get a lot more, and that's more to notice. But also you can just notice, just turning it on, however, whatever mindset you're in, just sit on the bike, turn the bike on, and just try to notice any of the sensations that you're hearing or feeling. And then you've got your destination. So wherever you're going for your ride, whether you're just going to pick up some groceries, whether you're going on a tour, whether you're just going for a half-an-hour cruise, whatever, you're thinking about your end destination and your route of how you're going to get there. And at the same time as that, you're taking into account the weather as well. So at the moment, actually, for some reason, the wind's died down a lot, I'm noticing. It's a lot less windy. Maybe that's because I'm behind this hedge. And as we come around the corner further down here, maybe the hedge will drop and I'll get a bit of a side gust. There's all of that. The sun's coming out now, so actually the road is actually drying out a little bit. So if I want to, I can actually push on a little bit more and maybe start to enjoy it a little bit more. At the same time as that, whilst you're on your route, you're still noticing all of the bikes, the feeling of the bike. So which way the wind is nudging you. How does the road surface feel? Is it smooth, bumpy? How's the bike feeling? How are the rev on the bike? So I'm at 225 now, but I could sort of feel that. I know where I am. I've ridden this bike a lot. If you've got your own bike, you'll probably know your bike. You'll know where the revs are and how it feels. Another thing that I love to do, which I haven't done yet, but is practice sort of advanced techniques when you're coming around corners and just roadcraft. That's a really big thing I like to do, is just practice your roadcraft and basically being as safe as possible, abiding by the law, and as safe and as aware of the traffic, road conditions, everything as you possibly can be. And that enhances your happiness because you're much more mindful and you're much more in the moment. It also makes you so much safer as well on the road, so you can just enjoy it more and be safer, which is like just a double win, I find. Cool, feeling that wind again now. So there's dogs up here. I think that guy's got a shotgun in his hand. Yeah, so they're out on a shoot. Be mindful of the dogs running out here. And it's quite slippy here, so we're on like a single trackish lane, and there's farmyard up there just on the right, I think. So I'm actually keeping an eye out for potential farm traffic. Here comes a pickup coming up out here. All of this little stuff, and now there's a little buggy that's just come up behind him. He might have some dogs in the back that could jump out. All of that, because so much you can think about. Wow. Now look at this. Oh. I'm going to pull over here, keep an eye on the car behind me as I do, check he's seen I'm pulling over. Good, good. Okay, cool. I actually really want to stop here and definitely enjoy this view. However, another bit of mindfulness, we're on a slope going down. I think the bike will probably be okay if I put the stand down, but I'm actually going to spin it around. At the same time, keeping an eye on the road. Okay, that was a bad example of turning around. That's not gone well. It's nice actually, it's gravelly, so it should hold. Check it holds, yeah. And now, just that is a good example. I just had a moment there, it's a big tractor coming. But as you turn the engine off, and then you notice all of just the quietness for a start, and then you notice the elements more, so the wind, can actually feel the cold a bit more. So peaceful. Oh, it's so beautiful up here, but it's so windy as well. Speaking to a few of the people whilst having a coffee are saying they've never known it, they've never seen it this windy. I find hard to believe. It must get pretty windy here, right on the coast. It's an island, but still. I haven't been in this much wind for a long time. Look at this road. Oh man. Isle of Sheppey, home to abundant wildlife, flora and fauna. So benefits of motorbiking and exploring has found another island, the Isle of Sheppey. If probably not how you pronounce it, but oh, this is awesome. It's no less windy down here though. So this is another thing about especially motorbikes and mindfulness. I'm not even trying to be mindful now, and it's just sprung me straight out of my head. We're apparently on an Isle of Sheppey, and look at this, it's gorgeous. Look how green the hope it comes out in camera, the field is, and this like road with the old school telegraph poles on this bumpy road. Oh, heaven. Isle of Sheppey. I was wrong about it earlier. I thought that it's got all these holiday caravans and like, I don't know, it just seemed a bit desolate, but this is lovely now. Horses, they're gorgeous. So I'm just cruising really slowly here, being really mindful. There's a lorry coming up quite far off. I think we can go a bit further. Yeah, some pretty mega hay bale stacking there. That's super cool. Yeah, so apologies, I've got a new audio setup with this GoPro and I forgot to plug the mic in. So I was saying, this is to me, this is what motorbiking's all about. I love this. Just riding around and exploring and like an adventuring. I absolutely love it. It really makes you feel alive. It's so much fun. Where are we going here? Oh, look at that! The ferry house, yeah. Wow, man! Isle of Sheppey, woo! Sheppey. Oh, so a mindfulness moment, just feeling the sun on me there. That's so nice. Yeah, you just get those moments when you just feel something intensely and it brings you out of your head. You're so much in the moment, just nothing, everything's fine mentally, like there's no problem. It's so good. Oh, I hope this place is by the sea so we can look at be by the coast, get the fresh air, do a bit of meditation. Such a nice day. I was feeling terrible earlier, I really was. I was thinking of whether to do this film or not, video. I wasn't feeling up to it, but I'm pleased I started doing it. Oh, nice. Cool. Let's park up. So, unfortunately, the pub's closed, which is all part of adventuring, but I found a beautiful spot. We're allowed to walk down by the sea, and there's like They're saying actually you can come down here but be quite careful because it's like a bog and you can sink quite easily if you don't see the water, so I'm trying not to drown. This is a perfect place for a bit of a meditation, I think. Where is the church? It's a bit more like a farmyard here. It's literally meant to be just up here. Oh wow. Oh, look at that. That is stunning. Wow. Okay, this is definitely the spot. Let's go have a mindfulness session here. That looks beautiful. Church right in Sheppey Isle somewhere. I don't know. We took a wrong turn, but it's a gorgeous, sweet little church. And I think this is a great spot for our final bit for a bit of 10-minute mindfulness meditation to just clear the head, concentrate on our breathing, and end the ride on a good ride. And then hopefully you guys can practice some of these techniques that I've shown you, just being aware. It's all about just being aware of what's right in front of you, what you can feel, what you can smell, especially on a motorbike, what you can smell. You can smell so much, including farmyard animals. Yeah, and the vibrations of the motorbike, the sound of the motorbike. Notice the road conditions. You probably do most of this subconsciously, and it works for me if you try and become more aware, rather than subconsciously. If you become more aware of what you are noticing, probably already are, then you become so much more in the moment. So yeah, let's sit down and finish with a bit of meditation. So, what a spot. Got really lucky here. The wind seems to have died down. The sun's literally shining right on me at this awesome little church. It's beautiful. Having a wicked day. I hope you can tell. It's all that mindfulness. Anyway, so I'm just going to sit here, slow down, close my eyes, feel the sun on your face, and then just literally don't try. Your brain does wander, and it will wander. That's completely natural. You're not going to stop your brain wandering at all. Just accept it. That's what I do anyway. Sorry, I'm not sound like some guru here, some meditation guru. I'm not. I just sort of, it does help me a lot. So yeah, just sit there and just let your thoughts go. Notice them, but don't worry about them. Don't let them stress you out. They literally are just thoughts. I find that helps a lot. And then yeah, just focus on your breathing, just gently, no pressure, and just chill out for 10 minutes. Enjoy, guys. Why don't you try it now? I'll see you in the next one.